Virgos, come on down.
Those Tauruses just want to keep going last. Our last three signs after this is Sag, Pisces, and Taurus. Oh, those three definitely are in some funky waters. Actually, everybody's in funky waters right now. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on with you with Venus in your sign this week. Seven of Wands upright.
Whoa.
That's a good card. I mean, it's definitely taking a position.
Is that Space Invader on there?
No, that's Pac-Man.
Oh, Pac-Man. There you go. Nice.
You know, but, you know, it feels like, you know, to get what you really want in life, yeah, you're going to have to hold position. You can't freak out when it feels like the walls are closing in on you of other little ghosts to kill Pac-Man here or Mrs. Pac-Man. Like, you got to stand strong and tall to get what you want in your love life. You just can't when oh God, emotions or anything that's coming after you, Mercury in your second, opposing Uranus here in your third, and it's your mind. You're freaking out when you need to just hold what you really want and learn how to hold what you want and also get rid of what you don't want too. If you don't want it and you're holding on to it, yeah, it's going to feel like pressure. Like Mrs. Pac-Man's getting jammed here. Pac-Man's getting jammed. But just hold the line. Don't freak out. Five of Wands in reversed is your challenge. It's like you don't want any confrontation, and that's the problem. You need confrontation in love. Like, it's not negative confrontation, but it is like tension that happens that creates love. But it's like you're avoiding any tension. It's like when tension shows up, oh, I don't want to deal with that. So, like, there's a problem. Well, then you're not going to have anything, including Pac-Man. The game doesn't go without the tension of the ghost always trying to, and that you have a timer and you have to eat all those little, you know, what are those? Like little Pac-Man, little bots to keep it going. But it's almost like you don't want to play the game. That's the other thing of Five of Wands. It's sportsmanship. It's athletics. It's like you don't want to play the game. Like and love is a game a little bit, right? Like it could be fun, right? Like it's the whole getting into the whole process, but it's like denying yourself of the true love game that you want to be in and playing the ultimate safe story, especially with this Jupiter-Neptune sextile in your fifth and your seventh. It's a big deal. Like doors are opening for love, but it's like you're almost afraid to walk through them to the real ones or walk out of the ones that you see are not in alignment. You pulled the Three of Cups upright. So I think overall you want that deep party. Or maybe that's your issue. Is like maybe, but it not might be an issue. It just might be that maybe you would just rather have a life where you're flaunting around, that you want to see more people, that you want to keep seeing others, that you want to keep exploring new territory. And if you're in a relationship, like, yeah, that would be kind of hard if your eyes are wandering at the party of other people. But we can look at this card also as just a card of wanting the relationship to be a party. Yet that means it requires you to go into the game and to be in it. So you can't have the party if you're not willing to hold strong on it and go through there's going to be conflict, the tension, but that's what creates the party itself. The shadow to this of not wanting to be the game is the envious gluttony. It's like, it's like you want people to feel sorry for you or something. Like, or you're trying to create the opposite of that. Like, you shouldn't feel sorry for me. Like, I have, like, you're, like, you could be put, like, a Virgo could be pushing, like, being too, gluttony is a weird sin. It's like being just overly done of enviousness, right? Like, you're just envious of me for not wanting to play the game or something. But that's the shadow of, like, trying to dominate and have it just be this like perfect story, which requires you to actually be part of the game opposed to deny yourself of it and doubling down on not playing the game or seeing confrontation. Like, you're never going to find true love there. There's going to be tension, even in, you know, any love story, Romeo and Juliet too. I don't even know where you want to go. You can go anywhere. True Romance, it's a great movie. There's going to be some tension. It's going to be a game. Fun. An edge that builds love. Love is, Leo is drama. If you're afraid of drama, or you're going to create drama, that's a problem. The Chariot upright. Look at this. This is time for you to move into the area that you know is being called to by divine guidance, into where you need to go. That is the real place that you will hold the line for in your life, that you will hold for the ultimate. You're being called to go there. Why'd you pull this Three of Grails? Oh, you pulled the Justice. This is time to have the party of your life. That's exactly what's going to align your life, but you are holding off. But you're like almost like envy. Maybe you're envious of the person, or you're scared of the person because that they compete at a level energetically with love that's intense, and maybe you're afraid of that. Maybe you're choosing the safe route to be envious of them and what they have and what they could have, and that you don't deserve it. And that's why I'm feeling more of the feel sorry for me, but putting it off is the opposite. And you pulled Saturn. Look at this. It's time to deal with the truth. It's in your 5th house. It's time to build the ultimate reality of love. And you have to be honest with the truth within your own issues, with your own envious gluttony based upon not wanting to show up and fight for anything and go into anything fully, and have the ultimate party that's the ultimate justice in your life, and balance out, a party of great energy and love to move into, opposed to just some sort of party that will be just fucking around, which that's not bringing you any justice. It's not going to bring you to a relationship. The balance beams. Your Astro dice, you pulled the 10th house of Aquarius with, is that the North Node? Yeah. It's time to focus on connecting to the ultimate long-term responsible vision of your life. It's time to find connection, and it's time to disconnect from what's not along for your journey, but it's time for you to advance in your life. Both are Saturn ruled. You got the Saturn card. It's time for you to take responsibility. It's time for you to own situations and go to a higher place, instead of sitting in your own emotional way of how it should be, in your own happiness emotionally only. And it's not taking you anywhere. It's just keeping you kind of alone in this emotional happiness, but it's not really that happy. It's an illusion.
And what's been revealed to you, what's been revealed about your own truth? David's saying, maybe that vibe's a little too intense for you, but maybe that's something that you need in your life to kind of pull you out and to propel you forward in your life. Maybe you've kind of been limiting yourself, limiting your energy flow. And maybe you need that partner to kind of pick you up and pull you through. But what is it that you really want in your life? Do you want that raw intenseness, or do you want to kind of settle back into a little bit of more of a mellow vibe? Maybe that's you, and that's great. Whatever that is, though, you need to figure it out. You need to abide by, and you need to live by your own rules. Someone can't make them for you, and someone can't force you into love if it's not there, and someone can't force you into life, or they can, but you should not allow them to force you into life that you're not comfortable living. So it's something that we all need to look within ourselves as to what we truly desire.
Yeah, there's definitely a push and pull, and that's why I think the 5 of Wands is about, people have different perspectives, right? 5 Wands, and they're all trying to come together. But it's that tension of like, okay, I'm fighting for this, and you're fighting for that, but like, where do we find that point to where we can come together and all come together, opposed to not showing up at all? Because then you'd be like, in Braveheart, you'd be like, when the Scots are finally got William Wallace and everything's going good, and they betray, the lords all betray Braveheart, right? They betray William Wallace, and then they all don't show up to the field. And they were all too scared. And they were all saying, noblemen. Remember his creepy old dad that had leprosy? Do you have leprosy? No. Don't start acting like you do.